Problem 2. Under what conditions will the following expression be true where a and b are real numbers? In this case, you always want to evaluate expressions into known expressions that you know the properties of. For instance, I want to simplify some expression into a form of x squared, where I know every single output of this quantity will be greater than or equal to 0, because again, the squared term makes everything greater than or equal to 0. So it's stuff like this that will help you solve these types of questions. And first of all, you always want to simplify things. When I see a square root, I get very uncomfortable because I hate square roots. So let's square both sides to get rid of them. I get a squared plus b squared is equal to a squared from the perfect squares rule plus 2ab plus b squared. Notice that a squared plus b squared is present on both sides, therefore they can be cancelled to get 2ab is equal to 0. ab is therefore equal to 0. So we have this criteria in order for the expression given to us, which is right here, to be true. So with this, let's try to evaluate the answer choices. It is never true. Well, obviously that's wrong because when AB is equal to 0, then it's true. So A will obviously be wrong. But what about choice B? It is true if and only if AB is equal to 0. That's questionable, which is plausible. So let's put a question mark and come back to it. It is true if and only if A plus B is greater than or equal to 0. That's wrong because again, A times B could be equal to 0 and the expression would hold true. So if and only if for choice C would be incorrect. What about choice D? It is true if and only if AB is equal to 0. That's plausible. And A plus B is greater than or equal to 0. Let's consider this expression. If a plus b is greater than 0, then obviously we know that a and b are both positive numbers, or a is greater than b. But what about the case where a plus b is equal to 0? If a plus b is equal to 0, then a is equal to negative b. Then that means the 0 criteria can also be satisfied with this expression, in addition to a times b is equal to 0. So that means choice D is very, very attractive as of the current moment. It is always true. Well, that's wrong because if a times b, for example, is not equal to 0, then there's a chance that it's not true. So E is false, so we cross out E. Now let's compare B and D. Both B and D are very attractive, but D is more conclusive. It covers more range and it's more in-depth and in breadth. So therefore, I would choose D and not B, which is the correct answer.